Hello there, friend. This is Gabi. I just woke up and I thought of recording small message here for you, kind of a podcast. And today's message is about relationships. Relationships has been one of those areas in my life that I've learned quite a lot and learned to untangle a lot of things, especially with myself. I was very empathic and sensitive child, and usually looked up for others and to be a helping hand, and really loving and protective of those I loved. I have a lot of water placements in my chart, and sometimes I felt like life threw stuff onto me, through my family, that I really wished would be more peaceful and balanced. A lot of things happen around in my environment. Felt my mother usually had conflicts with my dad when I grew up, and it was a lot of misunderstandings, and then they would come together and express love to one another, and I never understood that. So growing up had me a possibility to reflect on love and what love really was. And especially when it came to communication, to talk, to sharing, a lot of things. That's interesting, like a synchronicity here. Just a friend of mine just wrote saying that Christ is within us. Yeah, something about love there, a message. So the love is within us, yes. And each person expresses love in different ways in their own journey of loving themselves and then expressing that in the outer world. And sometimes I would think that people would act in loving ways because I was acting that way, and that they would perceive that love that I was sending out. And many of them had closed hearts. And so over the years, I think that happens to a lot of people in the world as well. And perhaps you identify yourself in this too. You may close yourself, in your heart space because you've met a lot of people who were already wounded, carried a lot of scars in their heart space. And so that may trigger a lot of reactions or negative emotions within you, or even negative thoughts in your field on what you should do, what you should not do, how you should open your heart and how you shouldn't. And over the years, those scars, they actually create imprints in the physical body too. You can develop a lot of ailments, diseases, and even chronic issues. I've seen that through a lot of my clients in the past, because I've been coaching people for over 2 decades. But I've also seen that in my own life because I've done a lot of work, internal work. And the more I would go deeper within myself, the more I would release layers and layers of emotions, negative thoughts and experiences belief systems, but also from family. And I realized that, wow, things can go like back in time so long, like generations, back, and still affect, me, you. I mean, the person in this moment, the incarnation in this moment. And then the more you untangle those energies, the more you can allow for those memories to pass, to be released, to be transformed, and then you can return to your wholeness and reclaim your own journey as a creator, conscious creator of how you want your life to be. And I think most people in the world, they can kind of experience that part kind of dormant, although I think many people are waking up. And I decided to share my own experiences as an example, or as a reflection, perhaps to help you a little bit on your journey as well. But I don't really have any kind of expectations here. I just felt like sharing today about relationships. And the more I would dive deeper within layers and layers of ancestral information, the more I would get the wisdom of it as well, and gifts from those experiences. But as I said earlier, reclaiming my own journey, and you can argue that we're separate, but we carry DNA from our family. So relationships can be a very important area where you can get a lot of spiritual awakenings. You can learn a lot about yourself and others, and you can really break free from all of those fragmented perceptions of self and others, and ascend to a higher version of yourself where you're more enlightened. And then my experience is that the more I've become enlightened through all of these relationships, the more I would allow myself to be, instead of having to do, having to work hard for, having to prove myself, have to validate myself, have to adapt, which was something that I was really accustomed to doing. Like, guys, I'm a Gemini Sun and I'm a Gemini Venus. So I was accustomed to adapting and being flexible and seeing other people's perspectives. And many times I was also scattered in myself, in the depths of self. And so I realized that at some point of my journey, the only way to break relationship conflicts down and remove them altogether from my life was me mastering my own template, and me mastering my own system, and building that resilience, building that awareness, building that understanding of self in the physical body of my soul, in the physical body of my experience, my whole experience, and be able to interact with the outer world from that, not from a point of reaction, and I don't say that it's not going to happen, because we're still humans, right? We still can experience new things. I think enlightenment is an embodiment journey. It's not just a one point in time experience. and we are in a physical body experiencing all of our emotions, all of our thoughts, all of our experiences that can be quite different from one time to another. But I see that as out of my own experience, the more I would go deep within myself and learn more about self, the more I would build that stability, that mental and emotional stability, that, and even spiritual stability, that will take me to ground and also create a physical stability. And then the triad will be there, the body, the mind, and the spirit will be there balanced as like a pyramid, you know. You have the soul on the top, and you have the body and the mind, or the emotional self as well there, or the invisible parts of the human consciousness in one of the bases there. I have met a lot of people throughout my life that triggered me, and since I was little, I told you about my own perception of love that I have to transform from a human family template. But then I met also a lot of people that, you know, I felt rejected, I felt sometimes abandoned, I felt betrayed. And for a loving, compassionate soul in my heart space, that was very traumatic many times, because you know, I was actually expecting reciprocity from the sense that, you know, we can communicate. But I realized that not every person, not everyone can communicate actually the same way. I'm not putting myself over or under here. I'm just taking my own reference here compared to other people's references. So communication has been a huge lesson for me. First, not to judge people, because I could not understand sometimes, you know, sometimes how people could act all of a sudden. A lot of emotional and mental chaos. And I realized with resilience and like compassion throughout my journey, and even sometimes finding myself in similar situations where I started to understand deeper about others by having to go through similar experiences, that life takes us to different journeys of relating to ourselves and to one another, to really master all of us, all that we carry within ourselves. And sometimes it's the reflections in others, sometimes it's the resonance, sometimes it's the like developing other types of capacities through relationships, like resilience, like witnessing people and growing in your abilities to perhaps be more assertive or more understanding, or even the other way around, more understanding about yourself. And that was something that I had to learn a lot. Just accept that sometimes I had to open up and not take the whole burden of situations and relationships and experiences that people were expecting, because I was a guide, or because I was coaching others, or because you know, I had this wisdom didn't mean that I could also encounter myself in times where I felt burdened, or I felt that, you know, I can be vulnerable here too. I can open myself up and show the depths of myself, which was something that I was like sometimes holding very tight to my core because I didn't want to get hurt, or I felt like I didn't want to be humiliated, and that like were based on really past experiences that I had to heal from, and I had to transform and transmute within myself. So I realized, you know, how rich and how deep actually this area of relationship can lead you to. And throughout my life I met a lot of different types of relationships, like karmic relationships, you know, like relationships where you meet for particular lessons and integration of particular fragments of self. And I married one, you know, that had to like make me rebuild myself from ground, my whole foundation, where I felt like, you know, all of my mental field, my perceptional self, my identity, and all of that. And I think many of you guys, perhaps you, if you listen to this, especially if you listen to this, you probably have also gone through those kinds of relationships. And if it's not with a partner, it could be with a family member or someone close to you, and perhaps someone that you open your heart to receive and to get, you know, close to you and so forth, who really starts to mirror something that is not true about yourself, but you have to discern and to, you know, like learn more about who you really are and be that strong. And sometimes in very close relationships that can be quite difficult because, you know, guys, you have like, if you have like very close contact with people, like sexual relationships, you know, like intimate relationships, you are merging with another person's energy field or even body. So you are merging at different levels. So you need to cultivate, that's anyway out of my experience, you just take what you resonate with, cultivate like a sense of self and individuality, a deep perception of self that will not be scattered. And if you are very sensitive, just like me, you know, I was looking at a palm reading one of these days. I saw the like, wow, I'm a 95% sensitive, so it's a lot of sensitivity, and that explains why art is like my choice, you know, like in expressing myself in living, because I have to express what I feel, you know, the depths of self, and also how I experience other people, which has helped me coach them because I can perceive like them in very details that they sometimes can't perceive themselves. So, and even like remotely, like on the other side of the world, and I can just tune into and feel and see. So I realized that, you know, I was about to say that sensitivity is a blessing, but can also be a curse, in the sense that if you don't manage to learn in depth about your boundaries, you're going to be swept away in one way or another. And that was what happened to me, and that also gave me a lot of, I would say, resilience in my own foundation, because after I went over those particular experiences in personal relationships, I realized that I, you know, had to dissect myself, and I said that I'm not going to give myself up. I'm going to go to the depths. And so, and I did that. Like I moved to the forest, close to the forest. Like I was really isolated during like years, and I said, no, I'm going to go to the like bottom of self and really dive deep and learn more how I can retrieve my sense of self, my power, my foundation to the depths. And that was not an easy journey, and I'm not gonna say that I didn't get help, because I did. I asked for help for those that had like similar sensitivity, that had mastered that, to in times that I felt like, I can't do this myself on my own. Many times I would like sit alone in my room or in my house the whole day and write and dissect, and with the other side close to me, I could just like get a lot of insights and talk to them and see through different lenses. And the more I would go in depth, the more I would see also other things that would come to me, like my psychic awareness, my spiritual awareness. And I realized that, that's not always present or embodied in all of the people that I met, because they not necessarily have the same level of sensitivity, so they don't understand, and perhaps don't understand yet in their own journey, in their own incarnation, or in their own purpose and whatever. And the more I would go deep, and I did like several like past life regressions and experienced like hypnotic states, and I reschooled myself at the time, like left academy and became a hypnotherapist and past life therapist, like at the time, like it was like a little bit longer than a decade ago, guys. And then I started to experience so many past life regressions and get actual data from places and people and incarnations, and I would go to those places, and some of those I could see the real data there, because they had like registers, or how do you call it in English? It's like rooms with like old data of people, like registers, yeah. So I would go there and search for the names, like a kind of like in my research notes, like kind of crazy stuff. But like I wanted to know the facts, and if I was not kind of getting crazy, that journey, because I doubted myself, and I actually wondered, because and I was studying like medicine, Western medicine at university, and I would see a lot of those syndromes and those like like different experiences that people could have, and their confusions and their deliriums and all of that. And then I went like to my practice in the psychiatric department, and then realized that like, what the heck, I'm experiencing those things. And I realized that no, I'm not crazy, and these people are not crazy, many of them also. I realized that they are not. And when I tune and I start to see like spiritual experiences, and I realized that no, it's not about that, it's about something else, and that Western medicine didn't have all the tools to handle and understand those experiences and mental issues many people were having. And I realized in myself, in my own journey, that no, I was not getting crazy. It was about my own enlightenment journey, and my own journey of integrating all parts of self. And you can call it whatever you mean, like archetypal perceptions, or whatever. But it was so real, because I was experiencing in like hypnotic trance states, and I could see and perceive things very clearly, and the emotional loads were so strong in me that sometimes I could just grow and cry or feel so emotional. And during the trance experience, And I remember one of these experiences were like me seeing myself getting burned, like in the 12th century, in the beginning of the how do you call it, you know, like they were like Inquisition, and it was actually real at the beginning, because actually I studied history, and I remember that Inquisition didn't start until later. But when I seen like 12th centuries, and I wondered, is that really true? And then I started to research about it, and I realized that yes, it started very early on around that time. So my data in the translate was correct. So I started to, you know, like feel the depths of those experiences, and realize that, you know, wow, that is not a lie, that's true. Especially because I've had those fears in this lifetime. When I was a child, I've had those experiences. I didn't want to be in a warm climate, to be honest. I was born in Rio, and I didn't want to be absolutely living in that kind of climate. And that was something that was kind of weird within me, because, you know, like, why would you go away from a very beautiful climate where sun is shining, you know, you don't need a lot of clothes to wear, it's easy, you can get along and all of that. I want to move away, and I did. I had visions as a child that I was going to move away in my like early adult age, and I did. I moved to the other side of the world, in the northern hemisphere, and that was a kind of crazy stuff. And then I realized that after these experiences, the fear, you know, of the sun, of like burning experience, whatever, they were removed. I didn't have the same experience anymore, and actually I started to love the sun again. And I started to like be yearning for coming back to a warm climate. And that was a kind of weird experience, because after years later, I felt like, you know, I've been like located right now, been living in Sweden for like most like of my life now, more than half of my life. That, you know, I was getting really, really tired of like 5 months of cold climate, and sometimes dark, 5, sometimes 6 months. And my God, I realized that why the heck did I choose like this kind of climate to live the whole year? Because like I was born in Rio, and it was like the sun is always shining, you have all that you need. So I wonder why the heck I was having those kind of crazy ideas. But yeah, the ideas were not so crazy. It was something in my soul's journey that were encoded there, and I could see that in details. And I don't know if you're going through the same journey, and if you're daring like go into the depths of self. But that was what I experienced. And so I was about to say about relationships, that sometimes it's healing the relationship with yourself that gives you the biggest awakening. And sometimes people say that you know, you shouldn't isolate, you shouldn't be alone, you should go and get busy with activities and doing a lot of things and meeting people. But the more you meet people, the more you can also be cluttered by your old ways of acting, and your old habits, and your old perception, and your old belief systems, and also theirs, especially theirs, if you are not strong in yourself, if you haven't built that strong foundation in yourself, that strong individuality, you know, your individuation, as like Carl Jung says, you are not going to go there. You're just going to be cluttered by those false, temporary experiences where you're going to find joy, you're going to find happiness, you're going to find pleasure, whatever it is, meeting other people. But that will be temporary, because when you are alone, then you're going to have to meet yourself with your grief, with your sadness, with your anger, with your worries, with your anxiety, with your pain, with your despair, whatever it is that may be within you. or you may be going through, and the life perhaps may be calling you, but you're distracting yourself with experiences in the outside, thinking that that's the way you should be living a healthy life because you're being taught to be doing that. I'm not sure that's happening in all of the countries in the world. I'm getting here for you guys what I've kind of observed, at least in traveling to many countries in the world, and also living together with people and having friends from a lot of different countries. I realized that at some point of our journey, isolation can also be a great tool if you can take yourself down to the darkness within self, but you can also take yourself up so that you don't lose yourself down into the darkness. And not to lose yourself into that darkness, sometimes we have to have particular tools. At least I have discovered that, and I've seen that as well in a lot of people that I've guided, and friends and family members and other people, that we have to have particular tools so that we don't just lose ourselves in that darkness and we get and stay there and we cannot get out of it. But the tools that you need are very individual, and maybe very individual to you, and only you can identify them. The tools that I've been used have been basically divination tools, like tarot cards, learning about dowsing, learning about writing. I'm connecting with the other side all the time and getting information, and that saved my life many times in big crises when I was going to the depths of myself and several rebirths that I've had this lifetime. So I have to thank the other side for that. So having this connection and learning about this connection with the other side has really saved me many different painful situations. And so I'm really thankful for that. And perhaps you have other tools, within yourself. And sometimes, as I said earlier, sometimes I needed someone, in the physical world to help me. Another person that has similar sensitivity, that could also understand my journey and reflect to me certain things that I couldn't really see in a particular moment, where I felt I could trust, that wouldn't really clutter their own journey on mine, but would be more impartial. And that required a whole lot of inner work from that person too. And so I realized that relationships can really open up to real experiences of ascension, because you can unlock the pain, the heartbreaks, the losses, the abandonments, the rejections, the attachments, the detachments, and all of that. So yeah, amazing experience. What can I say more here for you? I can say that the more I would learn about my own relationships and the different encounters that I've had with people, friends, past lovers, family, you name it, the more I would realize that only by going within would give me more clarity and growth, and going beyond the duality of the experiences. And that sometimes was a hard thing, because I had to be honest with myself. It was not that easy all the time. Sometimes the very truth was very hard to hear and to accept. And I had to be honest. And sometimes, many times I'm gonna say the duality of the experiences that challenged me in the very bottom was grounded on personal experiences and personal thoughts and personal emotions, if not from this lifetime, from past lifetimes. And I had to forgive myself deeply for that and bring back the oneness and the unity within self. And I realized there is something bigger into that, because I realized that only by mastering all of these aspects within self, the feminine, the masculine, that war would end. And war can happen in your body too. Pain can happen in your body, ailments, diseases, and all of that, all caused by the same thing, about like internal war. Internal war, it's like the feminine and the masculine within yourself are fighting for some reason. And it can be very past memories and experiences that you've had in another timeline, dimension, sometimes in even in other planets. Wow, that was a deep thing. Even in other planets, the more I would dive deep within myself, the more I would see cosmic experiences. And that was a kind of weird thing to accept, even to understand as a human. But I started to receive that information without judgment. And I think that's the next part of the journey. You kind of turn off your judgment and you just allow things that should be coming forth. And kind of putting your human mind to the corner, because your human mind's not meant to be guiding you. It's not meant to be directing you. It's meant to be executing what your higher intelligence is guiding you towards. The human mind is just a computer, so it's storing information, past information, and that information can be good or bad. That information can be useful or not. And so I think it's a very big misunderstanding in many human societies. It's about, training the human mind. You train your brain, you train this and train that. You don't have to train anything. If you learn to access your higher intelligence, you don't need to train absolutely anything. You just need to be. You just need to allow, and you just need to use your human mind consciously with its own faculties and talents, not imprinting pain and limitations in your physical body, which is oftentimes one of the reasons why many diseases and ailments are created, because of the human mind. And I think that's an outdated way of functioning as a human being, because then you haven't mastered your human mind yet. In your human incarnations, you're just allowing your human mind to have control of you and think that it is the ruler of your existence, because you can study a whole lot of things, you can absorb a lot of research, you can observe the world to try to identify past experiences and move forward and all of that. But past experiences do not necessarily create new knowledge for you to move forward towards. Past experiences can just be sometimes just past experiences, because new experiences will happen with new settings, with new atmospheric experience, with new atmospheric environments. People with different souls, and journeys. So you can project a whole lot of crap because of an emotion that you may be triggered by them, but they are completely different people, so you are being not fair towards them, because you're using your human mind and what is stored in your human mind and your emotional field. And then you are not seeing things clearly, because your mind is cluttering yourself in from stopping you from moving forward and having beautiful experiences in your life. So the only way I've discovered, is to witness what's happening and be able to transform it, transmute it, and retrieve the power that you've got in your higher consciousness or your higher self, whatever you can call it, source, God, whatever it is. You can call it Christ, you can call it whatever it is, holy being, whatever it is, and allow it to guide your path, and then it comes a moment of surrender, surrender to things that are happening that are out of your control, people's behavior, experiences, losses, whatever it is that are out of your control, so you can allow for your higher intelligence to direct you or redirect you to where you should be or with whom you should be. And that is sometimes a very hard thing, very hard thing. And sometimes we get cluttered by those emotions during many lifetimes, and we store all of those emotions in our Akashic records, in our soul's register, and we come back and we relive those things with the same people until we are free from that. And so we get lighter in our energy field and in our bodies, the subtle bodies get lighter, and then we are able to transcend by the time that we are ready to release all those heaviness that we have been carrying for lifetimes. So why do we have to take so many lifetimes to do that? We can do it right now. Just allow the emotions to come forth and be released, and forgiveness to come forth. We don't have to entangle all of those negative emotions in your cells, in your tissues, and create cancers out of it. You can, or heart diseases, or diabetes. You can allow that information to be transformed and transmuted so that you can flow, You can allow the emotions to pass through you and to allow yourself to live life fully. And that's what I discovered about living life fully, because sometimes I was also on my mind a lot of times, and sometimes I was very in my body and my feelings. Guys, I have Mercury in Cancer, so I have a lot of water in my communication, and not weird because I create music and I channel feelings and information through feelings. I get a lot of feelings in my body right away from everyone and everything that I come across before I can formulate that into words. Sometimes it's overwhelming, and I had to learn to balance that, throughout my life. So how is your system wired? Do you know how your communication is wired? How your thoughts are wired? How your soul is wired, Something that has helped me a lot to uncover that is through astrology. In my case, I don't know if you identify yourself with what I'm sharing. I have a Gemini sun. I have an Aquarius moon and Leo rising, and my Mercury is in Cancer. It's been a journey for me, at least, of balancing my highly developed communication skills and also my Gemini in Venus and beauty, and expressing and all of that with my feelings and deep feelings of safety and my emotions. And sometimes I held back from communication a lot with my Mercury there, through my feelings and my vulnerability, because I was feeling, because of my water influences there. And it's been a challenge for me as well to share my music and to share, these things in like podcasts and the depth of myself. So it's a training for me as well to open up and to share my sensitivity, because I've held back a lot in my sensitivity to a lot of people. I perhaps been shown a lot as, like my Leo rising and my Gemini sun and all of that. But in the depths of myself, it's been like emotions, like throwing like myself like ups and downs within myself all the time. So I think I just shown that to like people that are closest to me, like very, very close, and so forth, and still like metabolize that information sometimes, many times on my own because of my Aquarius moon. But I could feel very deeply in people as well, like the depths of people, and reason why I told you earlier that I've been coaching people for decades now. But I realized that there's something that you can take from astrology, because you can learn from these systems, like these ancient systems, and see more about about yourself, not take it as like something that determine your future or whatever it is, no, but as something that you can observe, and then you can study yourself and see, is it really like that? And then you get an insight about it. In my case, I realized that wow, it was true. Like I was going through my first decade of my life with a lot of anxiety in my stomach, and I didn't really understand why. And then when I realized, like decades later, that it's because my communication, planet in like Mercury is in water, I feel everything and everyone like directly, like in my body, and especially in the stomach, which is like you have gut feelings, and then I realized that, wow, it makes a lot of sense, If I knew that, then I can, create strategies to have my boundaries in another way, or understand my sensitivity and honor it, instead of just pushing it back and, like going forward to life in ways that are not really appropriate to my system. And so learning about yourself is definitely like something that can push you forward. And I really do recommend you astrology to get to learn more about even your past relationships, like looking at your past relationships and analyzing them in a way that you can observe like flaws, like I was going like to my exes and analyzing every one of them and looking and seeing, that planet is there, that planet is there, my God, if I knew that before, I would know that this person would like have a tendency to explode in relationships, while I'm the kind of person that, I have my moon in relationship, relationship house. I'm the kind of person that really is really understanding and loving and dedicated to my partner, or my people that are close to me, because I have this like my soul, my emotions, my my clarity. I love engaging with people like close to me and being like intimate, in the sense that we can experience something beautiful. And that is something that I realized that I don't function with people that are chaotic, and that have like Pluto, sorry if you have Pluto in those like house 7, 8 house. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but I love harmony and like clear communication and all of that, and beautiful intimacy and all of that. And if a person hasn't mastered their own experiences, their own journeys, it's not going to influence me well. So I had to be aware of that. So I realized that, you know, like, look at the charts, discover, learn more about it, because it has a lot of like wise stuff in you know, in the science, you know, astrology, and it really benefited me a lot. And so, last thing that I want to say about relationships, so that this podcast doesn't get really long, is that throughout the years, and I wrote a lot of books, and you can find some of my books on my page, and learn from me as well. And I started to unlock like wisdom in my womb, and realize like ancestral information, and also my creativity that was kind of blocked because of relationships and because of different memories. I started to unlock in past generations, and all of that stopped me from being seen, stopped me from expressing myself, stopped me from speaking my truth, stopped me from going through towards my creative pursuits many times. And I said, no, I'm going to the depths of that. So I wrote a lot of books that can perhaps help you on this journey and inspire you. And they are on my page. If you're curious, you can just go to gabigal.com, gabigal.com. And then I started to experience deeper relationships in my life that were more balanced, because I also started to raise in my consciousness with self and then with others around me. And I started to meet more like soulmate relationships, you know, people that had like soul connections with me in different lifetimes, and that I could recognize when I met them. And sometimes they were a bit painful because they were like past memories that we've gone through together that I had to go deep within again and metabolize and release. And gifts as well, because they awaken also other timeline gifts, you know, like other incarnational gifts and all of that. And then I met Twin Flame, and I didn't want to put a name because I had already gone through so much crap experiences in relationships that I felt like I'm not having any kind of like a dreamy perception of Twin Flame anymore, because every time I thought that I was gonna meet like my other half and all of that. And then I went through this journey of oneness within self, and finding love and value within myself, and you know, apart from all of these traumatic experiences in many relationships that I would say traumatic because they were for me because of my level of sensitivity. So I met like a twin flame, and my twin flame, and I already knew what life was bringing me, because I already got like information beforehand about what I was about to meet. And then I realized that every time something happened between us, you know, I have to do the inner work and have to go deep within myself, and have to learn more about this, and have to metabolize a lot of these energies that are going through. And then I started to be elevated like light years ahead, you know. And suddenly it was like thousands of years that I started to awaken within myself when I took this opportunity, you know, from that experience. And then when that was integrated within me, we would just come closer and more like intimate, and more like seeing one another more in depth, and it was a beautiful experience. It's been a beautiful experience. It's still being. And I don't know what life will take me, and how this journey will end, and perhaps will never end. But I've come to a point in this relationship, you know, journey, that I've started to see and encode from within myself how I could transform my own human DNA to like star seed DNA, like cosmic DNA, a more awakened DNA, a more awakened expression into the physical, and clearing all of those baggages and things from earthly experiences, and embodying a more like pure expression of self. And it's been like decades now of inner work, and I realized that I have to share with you guys. So perhaps you've also been on this journey, and this journey has been a lot of like my inner journey. I haven't shared so much, so I realized that I have to share more of it, because I've written so many books and there's so much material that I shared, you know, like both in audio and in text, that can benefit your life, and that can you know, like help you as well with like a guiding hand in a way or another, or inspiration. And I needed to speak, and I needed to share these things for you here about my own journey, no matter which step you're going to take in your own. And also to say that I put all of this information as well in my music and share. Sometimes I just come, you know, across with a lot of melodies and texts that come to me, and I just put into the music, and a lot of these channeled vibrations as well, different places in the universe, above all through the cosmic knots, which is a system that I received years ago. And this system is a galactic system that connects like soul families and clear karma at higher levels, at cosmic levels. And it can definitely benefit you a lot if you've been on this journey as well, and you've come across all of these lessons as a human in the field of in this area of relationships, melting down and going beyond, you know, the limitations, and inviting that cosmic self, you know, that the cosmic chakras to open up, to be connected, because you've come to this level of individuation and individuality as a soul. And then you can function in your clarity, in your third eye, in your clairvoyance, in your claircognizance, in such a way that you can become a master manifestor, or an alchemist of reality. And you would definitely benefit from these activations, and many of those are in light language, and I share some of those with you on my page, gabigal.com, but also in the Cosmic Knots coaching program that I just opened. I just opened now after like years that I haven't been coaching people individually. I decided to open up now because I'm using this new system, and there's like a lot of deep work with it, and life force reactivation, and a lot of like deep metaphysical initiations in this program. So I don't want to have a lot of people in it, and I decided to work with few people. So I just opened this coaching opportunity one-to-one for you. If you would like to apply for it, you can just go to my page, apply for it. You pay the fee. You can split in installments for many of you, many different countries. And if you're not the right person, I'm going to refund you 100% what you paid, because I'm only interested in having the right people in this, because I'm going to be coaching you personally for 2 months. And it's been like decades of integration of coaching and guiding people, and working with myself, and integrating not only like medical knowledge and body awareness and medical intuition and a lot of these awakenings in relationship and the connection with the other side, Akashic records, readings and remote viewing, and all of this, that I've been gifted because I've been doing this inner work, and I'm integrating all of this information and knowledge, tools for you in my coaching. I call it still coaching, although it's kind of outdated word for me, because I'm also working at another level and dimension and accessing you guys that are going to be registered in this. I'm going to be accessing you remotely, and also using other methods of deletion and strengthening, like deletion of your imbalances and blocks from, like, remotely. I'm going directly into your physical body and doing that, and strengthening the imbalances as well. We are doing this, and I'm not also only doing this with a few people. I just want to say that I'm getting hungry now and tired. That's why I'm kind of bubbly here, because I still haven't eaten anything, and I just woke up and decided to record this podcast for you. So I'm gonna leave you here. I hope you got something from my journey about relationships. I really decided to open up a lot. I can speak like for hours here. I'm going to record new stuff for you. I really do believe that, I had to share with people, because there might be someone out there that may go through this journey and they may not really know where to go, and they may feel awkward, isolated, not seen. And I've also been there too, so I've gained enough of courage to share. So I decided to do it now with you here, share a lot of things that I've gone through and that I've learned, and I've been on my journey to perhaps inspire you and all of that. And if you have like a special request of something that you would like me to talk about, you can comment as well, and in the platform that you're seeing, especially if you're listening to this on YouTube, because I'm looking at YouTube more often in my own channel, and now I'm sharing this as well in my YouTube music channel, because with my music in the background, because I want to offer you as well this transformation at the same time that I am sharing this with you, because there's like subliminal information. Sometimes I'm also sharing like light language channelings. And if you would like to get in touch and be part of my enclosed community, there is an enclosed community called the Cosmic Circle on my page. Also, you can just check my name.com, gabigal.com, GABINGAL.com. Gabi Gal is actually shortening on my first and last name. So that's why it's not about Gal. People think that it's something completely different. It was like a nickname that I created when I was a child. So that's why I sign all of the things in my books and my music with this name. So I'm leaving, guys, my childhood dream now. And I hope you take care of yourself, and you take care of your heart space. I'm getting him being pointed here by the other side, heart space. I'm telling you here to take care of your heart space as well, because you have a golden heart, and you really do have a golden heart, I'm feeling here. And sending you so much love. And if you want to connect and discover more, go to my page. There is also my free playlist there, and also a free activation that I share with you guys, so you can connect with your feminine and masculine templates, and your divine union. And also, actually, by the way, I just want to say that I just wrote a new book called let me see what the name was. Just forgot the name, and that was kind of weird, but it goes very quick in my reasoning. I'm usually already in the future, in my thoughts. It's unlock your genius, true genius. Unlock a true genius, embody your cosmic essence. And it's a book to help you unleash your power within, align, awaken, and become. And I'm talking specifically about the genius, because the genius is the ultimate embodiment and expression of yourself. And a lot of people are working so hard and, following a lot of strategies, a lot of things to get them through and to get them forward in what they're doing. But the real key that I found, to blossom in life with ease in all areas, is to embody your genius. So I say in a forward like this: unlocking your true genius is not a journey of training your brain, your nervous system, or working hard to be the best version of yourself. Some people who have been on a journey of personal development and investing themselves are not being able to reach the genius level for many reasons. The genius level is not a linear journey. It's not a journey of following some roadmaps and strategies. It's a journey of embodiment. You may have bought all of the strategies and may even be a successful entrepreneur, business owner, or person living on a life that looks very fulfilled but still lacking connection with your genius. This book will help you understand, identify, and start a process of embodiment of your own genius. This one that will give you all you wish in your life, perhaps even more than that, with ease. Every person implements the knowledge in different ways. It's not a guarantee you will embody your genius completely, though, but you can have an open mind and see this as an activation portal to it. So if you want to go deeper and you learn to implement together, you can check the opportunities as well on my page, gabigal.com, gabigal.com. You're going to find this book there. And I'm also preparing the audiobook version for you right now, so it's going to be available for you now within 1 or 2 days there as well in the link. And you are also going to get a workbook that you're going to be able to work with yourself with particular questions and particular exercises so that you can unlock your genius. If you're interested, this is a particular perspective that I'm offering you. It's not a perspective, like from other authors that have been writing about this. I'm actually working with your pure architecture of embodying yourself, and we're going through how you can activate your true blueprint, handling many gifts you've got. I'm also talking about exercises so that you can get your own tapestry, of your genius. Also, how you can experience emotional mastery from this and reciprocity in your experiences, in your relationships, from embodying your genius. And we're looking as well at the unseen factors that are going to be grounding your genius and your creativity, your environment. We're going to be talking about how you can also use your divine union, merging logic and intuition, embodying your genius at the same time, and how you can build a life with your genius. And I'm also going deep not only into the mental field, because it's like a mental concept. We're also going through the body and working with the body in this book with your DNA. So we're going deeper into different things so that you can get awareness of the process of embodiment. And if you would like to implement that, it's super cool to check my one-to-one coaching opportunity on my page. It's I called it let me see what I changed the name yesterday, let's say, typical Gemini, isn't it? Or changing stuff, also updating stuff. Apply to one-to-one coaching during 2 months. So you just click there, and I'm going to offer just few spots, guys. So if you're the first one, you're getting it. So then I'm going to be closing for the year. I'm not going to be opening up more of this in the short coming time. I'm not going to be offering more spots. I have other projects and other stuff that I'm doing. So if you would like to benefit from my knowledge, from my experience and my guidance, and you find like, you know, you enjoy listening to me and so forth, we're going to be working focus on you. I'm not going to be, of course, if you want me to share stuff and so forth in my coaching, but I'm going to be focusing, tuning into you and working with you in this opportunity, and also sharing a lot of activations and things in the cosmic knots in this program. So if you want to work with someone that has written more than 20 books in this field and have more than 20 years of experience and have helped transform more than 100,000 people's lives, and has 2 doctorate education in the field, and is a sound healer as well, and psychic medium and composer in this field, and frequency healing, and offer you like a very holistic way of working, you're super welcome to go there. So much love to you. Take care of yourself. Have a nice journey so far, and we get in touch soon.